going into the Big 12 tournament my sophomore year, I was like, I mean, my record's awful. You can go look at my wrestle stat. It's bad. It was like, I mean, we have a Big 12 schedule. I was like 5-15, like very bad record. Maybe 6-15 or 7. But so I go into the tournament. I'm 12th in the Big 12, ranked 12th in the Big 12. There's like a couple guys that I was like, yeah, well, I lost by a couple points. I first round draw number 1 seed, obviously, because I was 12th. Or draw the number 2 seed, actually, because it was randomized. But I'm 12th. But before the tournament even starts, Flynn gets us all in the hotel room and is like, all right, they're going to wrestle true place matches for these weight classes. And he goes, they're not doing it for 133. So if you place top 8, you qualify. And I was like, okay. My bracket worked. I only had to win 1 match. So I lost to the second guy. My second match, I wrestled a dude who beat me like 12-0 earlier in the season. But I got so much better from the beginning of my sophomore year to the end of my sophomore year. I beat him. Like, I ended up beating him in overtime. Nice. But like, I was winning the whole match, and he kind of broke. And I was like, all right, I got him on the ropes. Took him down, won in overtime. I qualified for the NCAA tournament that night. I have another match, lose that one. It was kind of close against a really good kid. And then the next day, I wrestle an Oklahoma State guy for 8th place. He beats me. I lose that one. I do better than I did last time. I'm like, all right, NCAA qualifier.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, oh my God. Like Noah Adams, who's one of my like super close friends, was ranked 2nd in the country at the time. And me, we're the qualifiers. My record, again, is like 7-20. I'm, kind of celebrating. My girlfriend flew in all the way from West Virginia, and my mom all the way to Tulsa, Oklahoma. And we're at this sushi restaurant, and Flynn calls me, and he's like, hey. I was like, what? He was like, the number 1 seed goes 2 and out at the tournament. He's like, he wants to wrestle you for the true 8th spot. And I was like, what? And he's like, I'm telling them you're not doing it. We're going to go to a vote, this, that, and the other. And it came down to the point, like, Flynn came in they do a vote. Right before they do the vote, Flynn comes in my hotel room, and he's like, do you want to wrestle him? And I was like, I mean, I'm not a bitch. Like, he's definitely going to beat me, but like, I'm going to go out on my sword. And he's like, all right, well, like, worst comes to worst. Are you sure? And I was like, 100%. Like, I'm not going to forfeit and hope, because there was a shot, like, if I forfeited, I might be able to argue with the seeding criteria or whatever. I was like, nah, I'm going to wrestle him. And that's crazy. So they do a vote between all the teams. It's Big 12. It ties 6-6. And the commissioner, I think what happened was the dude for the commission, the Big 12, was like, this kid's 7-20.
Can't have him.
We're going to let him in the NCAA tournament. But, I mean, yeah, no. So it ends up tying. I end up having to wrestle the number 1 seed, who was like damn near undefeated the whole year at the... but I wrestled him on the stage, like, right before the first place match. Like, it was so, like, out of pocket. Like, it was so weird. Like, people are coming in for the first place matches. Like, it starts at 6 o'clock. We wrestled off at 5:45.
Ugh.
And the worst part about it is that dude was going to get into the tournament anyway.
Yeah.
Because the way the NCAAs works, like, he's still getting in. And the dude, so he gets in, he got 9th technically. And the dude that got 10th got in, and I got 8th and I didn't.
I don't get it. I don't follow this at all. I'm not gonna lie.
It makes no sense.
That is insane.
Yeah, the first like headline I ever got was like, kid gets screwed out of NCAA wrestling
That's
tournament.
you.
Ben
That's you.
Askren. Ben
Nice.
Askren was talking about it the week after. Funny thing is, the tournament never even happened. So screw that kid.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.